Hello and welcome to IABM TV. Today I'm joined by Rob Oldfield, co-founder of Salsa Sound. Rob, welcome to IABM TV.
Thanks, Ben.
So, can you tell me about Salsa Sound?
Yeah, so we're a UK startup company. We make technologies for broadcasters to produce automated mixes for live sports.
And so you went to the Dragon's Den competition, which we had at the IABM annual conference, and won it as well.
Yes.
So can you tell us about what it was that you won with?
So at the event I was pitching our solution for football production. So we have a technology that uses a neural network to listen to all the microphone feeds that are coming in and outside broadcast. It uses that information to determine what events are going on the pitch, and it creates an automated mix so that you pull out all of those ball kicks, all those whistle blows, crossbar hits, to create a really immersive and engaging mix where previously we've lost a lot of those on-pitch sounds. We're actually pulling them out and enhancing them so that viewers get the full narrative of the game, and broadcasters are able to produce better content at a lower cost to themselves.
Okay, so you mentioned the word neural there. So we're getting into kind of realms of science here, as well as broadcast. And so what is the sort of technology behind it?
So it's an AI platform essentially, and it is, like I say, it runs on this neural network, so a machine learning approach. We've trained it up through hours and hours of different football matches to be able to recognise events that we want. So we're looking at how mixers traditionally create sport mixes, and then we're trying to get the computer to basically replicate those, but actually go one step further to actually pull them out and to enhance those events so that we can have greater control over the mixes. And whereby historically you have a centre channel in a broadcast where the level's going up and down quite a lot as the guys manually raising and lowering the faders to try and capture these events, we're able to produce a really stable centre channel, which means that you don't get the crowd is more immersive,
right,
and you don't get that sort of disorientating change in the sound stage.
And so you mentioned football. Is it something that you roll out into other sports or anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So the advantage of the way that we're doing it is actually it just requires a retrain of our neural network and maybe some different semantics around it. So we've experimented with other sports. We've got a trial going on with some Aussie rules content, bizarrely enough, and we've also got a solution that we're hoping to roll out in the coming months, maybe years, that's looking at tennis. And there's some other sort of secret plans in the pipeline as well about how we can actually take this really interesting tech and get it out there into the real world and allow broadcasters to produce better mixes. And whether that's for the high end, where you want to kind of really improve on the current ways and get your best sound supervisors to go one step beyond and show their creativity because they're not distracted by the minute activities, or whether actually you've got inexperienced sound engineers who maybe just need a bit of a helping hand, and our technology allows them to provide a better baseline mix. So you could, for example, at IBC we have this demo that people can come and try out, and we're mixing an entire Premier League game just on 4 faders on a mixing desk.
Wow.
And people who've never done any sound mixing before are producing mixes that are better quality than mixes that have been done by engineers who've got 30 odd years experience. So this is the kind of, we're raising the baseline for mixers. So for the experienced guys, actually they love it because it's an opportunity to create even better mixes. But for the inexperienced ones, they love it because it's a bit of a hand holding as they learn the ropes.
Opportunity to learn, I suppose,
yeah,
as well.
and it also opens up the opportunity for lower budget production.
I was going to ask that. So you mentioned bigger broadcasters, and you always associate Premier League with the big broadcasters. But it is a solution that could be used by, much smaller companies. Yeah,
absolutely. And the great thing is it really fits in with a sort of remote production paradigm where actually you could have all of the capture at one end, and we're producing a completely automated mix, feeding that back to Television Centre, and you could have one guy potentially QCing multiple matches, letting the engine take control of the mix, and then all it is a question of, let's just check that these mixes are behaving themselves. So it's really good for the lower budgets, but it also providing better content for the higher budget broadcasts as well.
Okay, so as a result of winning the Dragon's Den, you've got startup membership of IABM.
Yeah.
How does it help being a member of IABM?
I love the sort of training and the seminars that are on offer. To get that sort of first-hand industry insight is actually invaluable to us, and also the opportunities for networking and being put in touch with the sort of other broadcast network. I can't think of a better place to do that than the IABM. So we've really valued the membership greatly.
And so we mentioned briefly about the other projects you're working on, but what's coming up in the future then for you guys?
Well, yes, mainly it's obviously the sales of what we've got at the moment, but we're looking to kind of leverage those sales to be able to really invest in the R&D. We come from an R&D background, so we're actually a university spin-out company originally, and that is very much the heartbeat of who we are. We want to kind of leverage that research and actually kind of produce really innovative solutions. So that will always be the heartbeat of our company, and so that's what the future holds. So watch out for more innovations from Salsa Sound.
Excellent. Well, Rob, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
You can find out more at salsasound.com.